Lights, camera, action! Let's start the show. Here's a little bit of wedding advice from me to help your love story unfold. Hey lovebirds! Welcome back to your wedding series. This is going to be a time to plan out your wedding as well as fun creative ways to tell your love story. As you know, a wedding series is a slew of wedding events that are going to help you to develop your love story. So obviously most people will start with the engagement, the marriage proposal. They'll go into an engagement party and so on and so forth. There's a lot of events that you get to choose from and you don't have to have all of those events. A lot of people don't even have a bachelorette party. Some people don't even have a wedding shower or a bridal shower. Some people don't even know the difference between the two. And there's a lot of people who definitely don't do a welcome party for all of the guests who don't live where they live. So it's up to you how your wedding series is done. But I do recommend that everyone does a rehearsal in order to practice walking down the aisle, getting a chance to be really, really comfortable with the officiants, and so that obviously you've met them before. That's why you chose them. But you still want to have that time together on the altar, just the two of you standing there before. It's like your dress rehearsal without the dress. That's what the rehearsal is like all about, okay? And for anyone who's never walked down an aisle, it helps them to practice that. So even your bridal party, like little kids or your bridesmaids and your groomsmen, they may need to practice walking down the aisle. So this is a good time for them to get a chance to do that. Now, the other thing that I wouldn't miss out on is the rehearsal dinner. This is a chance for you to say thank you to those in your bridal party as well as close family members. You don't have to do this. A lot of people, I think, forget that this is a thank you. I think that the bridal party and the family kind of forget that. And so, like I said, this is a chance for you to thank the people that have helped you so much in all of this and giving them a nice dinner the night before that they don't have to worry about where they're going to eat or if they're going to have to go spend money at a restaurant and things like that. Now, obviously, you're not going to miss this one, which is your big wedding day and ceremony and reception. But some people may not document the get ready with me before the wedding. And that is part of your wedding series. So I would not miss that one either, all those emotions that we're going through. But hiring a content creator will help you stay in the moment and not feel like there's these big cameras and equipment and stuff like that all in your face while you're trying to just live in the moment during these wedding events. So I wouldn't skip out on hiring a content creator either. That's me. If you have any questions about content creators, you're welcome to reach out to me about those because that's what I do. That's my expertise. But in today's episode, we are in your wedding series episode 20, and we're talking about We're Engaged. Here are 3 wedding announcements that you could do in order to let the world know, okay, that this has happened. Now, leading up to this in our wedding series for planning, we've done this a little bit differently than what most people have done. Most people talk about their wedding series of events when they start with We're Engaged and here's our proposal video, right? And so you guys have seen it. It's all over YouTube. It's all over the internet. That's usually where people start. Well, we didn't do that here in this series. We started with age 14-year-old you. I know. No one's getting married at 14 years old. I know. But we started wedding planning at 14-year-old you so that you can start understanding where these expenses and how you're going to pay for these expenses come from. Most people don't know how expensive a wedding is. So starting at age 14, we talk about how you can pay for your wedding and start planning for your wedding ahead of time. How you can start planning emotionally for what it's going to be like to become a bride, to become a wife, to become a mother. Okay, all these things are stages in our life that we can start preparing for at age 14, where our parents come alongside of us to help us to do that as our mentors. Okay, so that's what we did. And then we fast forwarded to the age in which you get engaged, which is different for everybody. Not everyone is going to have the same day or same age of when they're going to be proposed to. So we fast forward through all of that, right? And now we are here. You're engaged and you're ready to make an announcement on how he proposed. Okay, so hopefully you got a chance to watch episode 19. Hopefully you got to watch episode 19 and you saw that we talked about going through all the pictures and the videos that you got back from your content creator, that you got back from your professional photographer, if you hired these guys, and if you had anybody that was there kind of like a fly on the wall capturing that moment of the proposal. Okay, so make sure that you get those back, you start going through them, and then this is the next step for that. Okay, so go back and watch that video on episode 19 if you guys didn't, and then here we are in episode 20 for 3 ways in which you can share your marriage proposal. Okay, so the first one is celebrate with an engagement party. So celebrate with an engagement party. You don't have to have an engagement party, but that's one amazing way to really, really, really announce that you are engaged. You're super excited. Hopefully, you guys, like I said, were able to watch episode 19. We talked all about the details in the engagement party and who traditionally pays for the engagement party. So go back and watch that. But we are talking about celebrating with an engagement party. That's such a cool way to announce that you are engaged. I think so. I think that is an amazing way to do that. Now, the other way that you can announce that you are engaged is just by going on social media. A lot of you may have like family and friends on your social media accounts. And so you can go on there and you can post those pretty pictures that were taken at the marriage proposal and share a little bit of your love story on there if you'd like. So that's another way to do it. Also, we're going to talk about that in just a bit. Okay. Number 3, the third way that you can announce your proposal is just by sending a text or picking up the phone and actually calling each and every person that you would like to know that you are engaged. Now, you don't have to do that. If that's not like your style and you're like, you know what, no, I am not going to be texting every single person. That's just crazy. And I'm not going to call every single person. But that's what I know that we did. We just called our closest friends, family members, and it was a lot easier to just do it that way. And people had a slew of questions. Obviously, we talked about some of those questions in episode 19. We were talking about, we're engaged and then announcing it versus not announcing it. And so this episode is definitely focused on people who want to announce it. Okay, so when we talk about sharing your engagement photos and videos on social media, kind of be choosy in what you're sharing. You don't need to take out all 100 pictures that were taken of you at your marriage proposal. Okay, you don't need to put all of those on social media. Just kind of pick and choose some that were like amazing. They really, really stood out to you. Most people only pick probably up to like 6. I'd say like 6 or 7. Like I say, you don't need to go crazy. The next thing to do is go ahead and print some of those pictures out and make them first in your photo album, okay? This is going to be the very, very first photos that you're going to put when you're talking about your wedding series and sharing your story with the world, okay? And then as you're printing out photos, go ahead and make a large photo. If you're going to be especially going to hang it on your wall at your home or, your future home together, or if you want to put it in like a cute little like display at the engagement party, that is such a wonderful idea, is to take a big blow up of you guys and like have that as one of the photos, little like photo place, you know, what am I trying to say? The decor, part of the decor. Okay. So you don't have to do a big one if you don't want, like, say, like, it's kind of expensive to get a big one printed out or something like that, and you don't have an easel. But remember, if you do get an easel, you can use this at your wedding as well. So if you get an easel now, then you can use it at your wedding. But some places have an easel, and so you don't have to worry about that. I'm actually going to have that as one of your questions whenever you do your venue shopping, is do they have an easel that you can use to put up something like a photo, or if you wanted to do like your seating chart on it. Some people use it for their seating chart. So the other thing you can do, if you don't want to print a large one, you could do an 8x10, 8.5 by 11, just regular printer size, and then, you know, get yourself something nice, either glossy or matte paper, and put it in a frame. Put it in a frame and have it on display at the marriage proposal, or sorry, at the engagement, at the engagement party. So that's one thing that you could do. Now, at this time, during this time, you're also going to send out invites to your engagement party. So if you're having an engagement party, you want to go ahead and get those invites sent. And you can do it super simple. You don't need to like waste money on printing all these out and stuff like that. Hopefully the people that you're inviting are super close to you, and so you're not gonna need to like do all this print out of paper. But if that's your thing and that's how you want to announce your engagement, and you put like a little picture from the proposal on there, even better, right? But you can also do this digitally. You don't have to like go wild with the invitations. And I've been creating lots of stuff just literally through Google Docs. Like Google Docs, free. Free, okay? So you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money even on digital if you go that way. I know that people think that like, oh, this can get so expensive so quickly, but that's depends on the person. It just really, really does. It depends on the person. So, all right. So remember that your parents are the ones who traditionally throw the engagement party. We did talk about if this is not an option in your family. We did talk about other people that could help out in this area. We talked about that in previous episodes. But just know that traditionally your parents are throwing this party. So hopefully you are not stressing yourself out already. You just got engaged. You just had your marriage proposal. And now you're trying to plan an engagement party. Hopefully that's not what you have to do right now, okay? I hope not. But if you do, enjoy it. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy every moment of all of this, okay? And don't feel like you're alone. Like I said, you're able to like watch these videos and feel like there's somebody like with you, as well as listen to podcast style. Also, you can email me and I'll talk about my email address at the end of this podcast. All right. So, where are we at with our budget binder? Our budget binder is our binder that tells us who's paying for this. All right, so in our budget binder, right now we are at the invites. If you chose to do printouts, this would be your parents who do that. And we also are going to be at, what else? What else did we talk about that would cost? Oh, if you printed out a large photo for like an easel type thing at the engagement party for anything like that. And that also should be paid for by your parents because they're the ones throwing the party. So that's that. Unless you're printing it out at home, which you can get really good quality inkjet photos on your printer at home. That's what I do, and they come out really nice, like all the time. So yeah, those are the two things, and you can end up, like I said, with this might not even go in your budget binder for some people, because some people probably will do the invites digitally, and some people may opt out of printing like the big easel style photo for the engagement party. They may just do like the 8.5 by 11 on their printer at home, which is totally fine. Now, I talked about 3 ways that you can announce your engagement, that you had your marriage proposal. I talked about 3 ways to do that. If you know 3 other ways that you could announce your proposal, and you already did it or you're about to do it, just share that with me. I would love to hear. So if you're that person that is getting ready for your engagement party and you're so excited, you're so stoked, and you would love to share with me, you just want to talk about some of the stuff, you just want to basically get it all out of your head, you're planning all this for your child or whatever it might be, and you just want to talk, feel free to reach out to me. Also, if you want to be here on the platform and share your story with other, brides-to-be, grooms-to-be, other couples out there who are going through the same stage in their, prepping for their wedding, feel free to reach out to me as well. I would love to have you here on this platform with me, and getting to share that with other couples is so exciting. So the way that you do that is just send me an email at yourcontentcreator@yahoo.com. Once again, that's yourcontentcreator@yahoo.com. And I will see you lovebirds in the next episode.
Lights, camera, action, baby, strike a pose. Phones and cameras out, just watch it all unfold. We're the stars of the show, ain't no need for filters. Living life through the lens, capturing our thrill. Put away your phones and cameras, let the good times roll. Our content creators got it all under control. From weddings to events, parties, travel and brands, we're living the paparazzi life, it's all in our hands.
Lights, camera, action, we're ready to go. We're professionals, don't you already know? From TikTok to Instagram, we're taking the lead. Content creator, we're planting the seed. Get ready for the social